Dear colleagues, good evening. Welcome to our meeting. It is the 21st of August. The time has come to start the meeting, and please give me your feedback whether you can see and hear me. I think you can see me pretty well. So people are saying we have sound. Someone gave 12.5, the score for the sound. Then we can start. So friends, I see we aren't that numerous compared to last time, which is quite explainable because it is almost the last week, the last but 1 week of summer, and people are taking advantage of the remaining time of summer 2025, and lots of people are on holidays somewhere by the seaside in the country, so it's pretty explainable why we aren't that numerous, because people are on vacations or somewhere traveling. Anyways, we still have to work, and we do that very actively. And before we start our today's topic, let's do the roll call, geographical roll call. Let's see what cities and countries you are from attending this meeting. Just give me the name of the city and the country. Friends, I'm waiting for your feedback. Okay, I see your feedback. We have lots of people from India, different regions, Prague, the Czech Republic. Then we have Russia, Latvia, UK, Tatarstan, Yakutia, which is the region of Russia. Then we have France, London, Peru, Sofia, it's from Bulgaria, Israel, Belgium, Latvia again, Texas too, the United States. So wonderful, friends. I see the geography is very extensive. We have people from Philadelphia, again, different regions from India, and India is a huge subcontinent. So, friends, we can start. You saw yourselves that we have quite an extensive geography, and the number of participants is also acceptable. So, friends, first of all, let's touch upon the topic of the conference, upcoming conference on non-rocket space industrialization. I told you that before the 21st of August, you were kindly requested, if you were planning to come to the conference and attend physically, so before the 21st of August, you were asked to do that, to buy the ticket. And I see the number of people who purchased the ticket has increased, but let me tell you that you have still the opportunity to jump in the last car of the gravy train. So you will be able to purchase the ticket until the end of the month. So I strongly recommend to those investors who want to be there, who decided to attend this event physically, you are urgently recommended to do so, to purchase the ticket, because after the deadline of the 31st of August, there will be no more extensions, because the conference will be held on the 12th and 13th, but the first day of the conference is on the 11th, where you will be able to visit the Ecotechno Park, Uterra laboratory, and also meet Dr. Unitsky in person. So before the 31st of August, the tickets will still be for sale. For sale both for those people who are coming and not coming. But if you are planning to be there to attend the event, please do that during the next week and before, because after you confirm your participation, probably you will have to get a visa issued, and the organizers need to understand how to organize the entire logistics correctly of your transfer. So, dear colleagues, this is quite important. And also, I would like to mention on a separate note that the discounts that you have right now and the bonus terms and conditions of participation in the conference will not be offered anytime soon until the closure of the funding by GTI, because this is a kind of a promotion that hasn't been offered in the last 5 years. The kind of increased discounts we see right now weren't offered in the last 5 years. This is what I can tell you in comparison to the current market discounts. So this offer will not be repeated ever again. And Alexander says those discounts are comparable to the year 2017, the market discounts of, yes, 2015, 2016, 2017. So yes, such discounts will not be ever repeated again. So what I wanted to focus your attention on is that for those investors of ours who would like to expand or increase their GTI investment portfolio, this is the best time to do so, and the only opportunity until the entire funding is closed. Because then, with the launch of the Micron Global platform, the discounts will drop drastically and they will not reach 150 and other discounts that you can see right now, depending on the amount of investment. They will be considerably smaller. So this is the perfect time to increase your investment portfolio. And also, before the rebranding I announced last time, we have some promotional packages that are dedicated to the transition to the new rebranded platform, Micron Global, and the discounts that you could see in the news, those discounts are quite high too. They're practically on par with the discounts offered with the tickets to the conference. And those discounts, friends, as I already said, are very similar in their significance. And I will repeat myself again, this is done exclusively within the current context, which is the transition from the old brand to the new brand and the launch of the updated platform. And let me reiterate, you won't have similar discounts in the future. This is a guarantee you can take to the bank. Some kind of an inside information, if you will, but no, such discounts will never be seen again. And the current discounts will be very lucrative to those clients of our platform who had delayed installment payments for packages that they purchased with an installment plan. For example, you purchased 1, 2, 3 years ago a certain investment package, let's say for $1,000, and you made three payments within that investment package 3 years ago, and then you stopped paying for some reason. And the recalculation of the number of shares didn't happen, which is good for you. But on the other side, there is still an unredeemed investment package. In other words, you haven't paid for it yet. And for those people, the company is offering an opportunity, a new investment package, which will allow you to purchase a similar package or a higher price package, but no lower price package. So going back to the example of $1,000 package, if you purchased several years ago a $1,000 package and paid for 3 months, you are able to you can write to the support service and ask them to move those 3 payments that you made to the new package and take advantage of the discount in the new package, promotional discount. In other words, $300 will be counted towards the new package. And all you have to do is to finish paying your installment of $700, and you will have the good discount. And if you don't pay in full until the end of the installment plan, then your number of shares will be recalculated according to the current market discount, not the promotional discount. In other words, this is quite a juicy offer because the discounts that you could take 2-3 years ago are slightly lower than the discounts you can take advantage of today. In other words, it's a very good opportunity for you to get more pre-IPO shares and finish paying your installment plan, because after this promotional offer is over, and this offer will be available for until the end of the month, I repeat, then you get this opportunity. It's quite a unique offer, but it doesn't mean that other people can't take advantage of that same package, a new investor that you are inviting to our platform. So, colleagues, I would like to emphasize that those investment offers packages available right now, they are available to anyone, and they are especially beneficial to those investors who have not yet finished paying their installments. It's a kind of a loyalty program. Under your special request, you can, let's say, book a certain number of pre-IPO shares and finish paying your installment and get a higher discount. Suraj says, I think people will like this offer. What is the deadline? The deadline is the 31st of August this year. So these investment packages will be available for sale until the end of this month. So it's kind of an incentive for our partners. And we are meeting our partners halfway because we could easily just recalculate the number of packages, and then people would get fewer shares than originally offered because they didn't finish paying their installment plans. But Dr. Nitsky decided to make this generous, to offer such generous discounts to commemorate the conference and just because. And he has the right to sell pre-IPO shares at any price he deems reasonable. And let me remind you once again, focus on it, that after the updated new platform is launched, such discounts will not be available anymore. So this is the token of gratitude and loyalty from the technology owner. And for you, it's an opportunity not to lose the pre-IPO shares, but increase the number of shares in your in your portfolio. And there are packages that start from $500 in installments. There are several kinds of such offers. $500, $1,000, $2,500, $5,000. And those packages will be for sale in 5 installments, one per month. And also there is a bonus system in it. For example, if you purchase such an investment package and you pay for it in one go, for example, you purchase a $1,000 package and you make just one full payment, you will get an extra percentage to your current discount. So let me show it to you. We will go through the discounts. Regarding the questions that you're writing in the chat, after I'm done with my part, I will allocate some time for your questions, okay? Regarding this particular offer. Let me go to my back office. Okay, friends. So the first package for $500, it has a discount 80, but if you pay for this package in one go, then your discount will not be 80, but plus 16, which will make it 96 discount. If you pay for the $1,000 package, you get a discount 95, and you pay for it in installments within 5 months. Why 5 months? Because until the end of this year, we will be shutting down the RSW Systems platform for purchase. In other words, you won't be able to purchase anything after the year ends on RSW Systems platform because we're transitioning to the new one. Okay. Dear colleagues, just give me 1 minute. I want to open one thing on my computer first. Yeah, I found what I wanted. It's just for my convenience. So friends, in the package for $1,000, you get a discount of 95. If you purchase it in one go, I repeat, you will get plus 20%. In other words, so you get 20% extra if you purchase it in one go. So you get 114 for $1,000 package, which is quite generous. If you purchase a package for 2,500 in one go, then you get a standard discount of 110. But if you pay in one go, then you get a discount of 132, if I'm not mistaken. 110 plus, yes, 20%, it's 132. And in a $5,000 package, the discount will not be 120, but 144. Again, if you pay for it in one go. But there is another bonus. If you have, for example, a package for 1,000, make a first installment of 100, but then the second installment will cover the entire remaining amount for $900. Then you get a 15% extra. So this applies to all the packages from $500 to $5,000. If you do it in 3 installments, for example, $100 in August, $100 in September, and in October you pay the remaining $700, then you get plus 10%. If you continue paying November and December, then the bonus system won't apply. It works only for the first 3 payments. So, dear colleagues, this is very important to understand that this is an additional opportunity to further boost your investment portfolio in GTI, which is quite generous. So you can now use your money on your bonus account, you can use your funds on the main account, or replenish your accounts in addition to what you already have, and to purchase what is on offer right now. This way, dear colleagues, you can address the problem of outstanding payments, installments, non-paid installments, and on the other hand, increase your investment portfolio. Or a third option, you can offer this to people who are not yet investors, people you know, people from your circles who are not yet investors into the UST technology, who are not co-owners of the GTI holding company. This way, you are giving them an opportunity that will not be ever repeated again when the Micron Global platform is launched. And I will tell you later about when the platform is going to be launched. I see the question in the chat. So this is as far as the installments are concerned, from $500 to $5,000 packages. And separately, there are two packages for one payment only. There is a $100 package with a good discount, 70. And there is a package for $2,050 with a discount of, let me see, 75. So those packages should be paid in one go. Well, of course, because the price is low. So there will be no installments for $100 and $250 packages. So dear friends, tell me, how do you like those offers? Are they attractive enough? How are they interesting enough? And do you think it might be interesting to new potential investors into the UST technology? Please give me some feedback. We have almost 100 people now. Said, I will answer your question closer to the end, okay? Your comment. So I see comments that our investors are writing. Alexander says, very interesting offer. Dorali says, spectacular, which means, I guess, spectacular, something good. Trinidad says, amazing promotion. Suraj says, fantastic. Tatiana says, perfect, 10 plus plus plus. Valentina says, good offer. Gold Jan says, super unique, great offer, genial. It would be also good to get access to the augmented reality application too for that price. Well, yes, I did mention it. Those partners who have access to the Admix Reality app will have a number of advantages because you can use this investment offer to boost your sales and increase your affiliate network thanks to the app. Igor, you can write to Dmitry Slusar about access to the augmented reality app. But if you don't have his contact, you can write to me. I will refer you to him and you can discuss it with Dmitry. Probably he will give you the key to the app as a bonus or help you somehow. Okay, and what else? I see positive feedback in different languages. I guess I see in Spanish here too. So thank you very much for your feedback. And let me go back to the comment that Said made that in 2021, he says he sold one Bitcoin for $1,200 in 2021 again. And well, in 2021, Bitcoin didn't cost $1,200. It cost way more. Let me read on. So the comment, Said's comment, let me read it out. And I think my comment will be quite useful. My feedback will be quite useful for all investors in USD. So, dear Maxim, in 2021, I sold one Bitcoin for $1,200 and received a package from you that included 96,000 pre-IPO shares. Now in 2025, you have a new offer for $1,000. People get around 114,000 shares, whereas Bitcoin right now costs around $120,000. This difference seems totally unfair for those of you who invested previously. We also attracted new people to the system and they have the same apprehensions. For us early investors, it is very difficult to justify this change. We hope that you will be able to explain because this policy seems unfair and we have to answer before the people whom we brought to the platform. So let's see what GTI shares represent. Right now, they're not liquid in the market. So Said, you cannot compare the two. It's apples and oranges because the price of Bitcoin or any other liquid assets are governed by the market. Bitcoin also dropped from $21,000 to $3,000. In 2021, it didn't cost $1,200. It cost way more. So what I'm driving at here, the Bitcoin can rise, can go down. Today it costs 120. Tomorrow it can cost 70,000. So the comparison is not yet correct, is not fully correct, because Bitcoin is a liquid asset and the price is dictated by the market, supply and demand, and a number of other factors, including manipulations, machinations in the market. As for the GTI pre-IPO shares, they are not in free circulation right now. They're not liquid. They're not traded in the stock exchange. And discounts were dictated by two factors, which is the funding of the company and also the performance of the works by the engineering company. And those two factors were tied to the stages, and there were originally 15 such stages of development. And at each stage, as we know, the company experienced lack of funding for the works, for the operations of the company to create the UST technology. And because there was lack of funding, it means not enough pre-IPO shares in GTI were sold. So the company has a pool of unsold pre-IPO shares that the company can sell, plus the shares owned by the owner of the technology. And considering that there are certain operations in GTI that require funding and require monetary injections, and the company, when selling pre-IPO shares, they use the money received from the sale into the authorized capital of the company, including the Unitsky String Technologies Incorporated. In other words, the company is in full right to sell their shares at any discount it sees fit. Also, it's a way to incentivize loyal investors who are currently sticking to our platform. And as I said, once we move to the Micron Global platform, the discounts will be smaller. But here's the thing, Said, and everyone else, of course, who have the same question. If right now the shares of the company, pre-IPO shares, were converted into proper shares and then traded in the stock market, then the market would dictate the price. But right now, the company is not public. This is very important to understand. And the value of the pre-IPO shares currently, for us as early primary investors, are not dictated by the market. And if you are capable of purchasing more shares for the same price, you should just take advantage of it. But please do not say that your investments have been depreciated. They were not depreciated because they're not liquid. The price is not going up or down. If a person knows the price of Bitcoin, they will buy this Bitcoin at 30,000, at 1,200, at 120,000. And when they purchase this crypto asset, they will, at different prices, they will eventually get the average price. And those investors who purchased Bitcoin 5, 10 years ago, for example, for $500, for $300, and kept on buying it at different prices, knowing that Bitcoin eventually goes up, and knowing all the restrictions, limitations, the limited issue, etc. Those people will be purchasing no matter what on a regular basis because they know the value of this asset, and eventually they get the average price, which helps them hedge their risks. And they don't care if first they purchased it for 1,000 and now they're purchasing it for 120,000. But knowing that the technology is developing at a fast pace and is going into the market, we're not yet talking about the IPO. We know for the next 1, 2, 3 years, it's not going to happen for objective reasons. Well, not even reasons, but just because there is a clear path the company should go through, restructuring, etc., to eventually get to the stock market. And there should be a certain pool of realized commercial projects. Several such projects should be implemented, and revenues should come the company's way, which should match the preliminary estimations, and then matched to the face value of the pre-IPO shares. In other words, the company needs to go through a certain path before going to the market and then have the expected value. But it's not going to happen in 1 or 2 years. This is my personal opinion. And if you know that, if you understand that it's going to eventually happen in the long run, then if you're sure of it, and if you know that the value of the shares will be bigger than the purchase value, then just take it as an opportunity to increase the number of pre-IPO shares in your portfolio. This is A. And B, we know that in the near future, in the near upcoming years, or even year, the GTI company can start paying remuneration to their investors from the profits that they will be potentially making. And we know that the profits will be shared according or paid according to the number of pre-IPO shares you have. In other words, the more pre-IPO shares you have or can purchase, the higher your payout is going to be once the company starts paying out. For example, if previously you could buy 96,000 shares for $1,000, and now you can get 114,000 shares for the same amount, then you can literally double up on your number of shares and get double the payout once the company starts paying out. So this is another perspective that you can use. But please do not say that somewhere in the past you purchased smaller or fewer pre-IPO shares for the same money. So it's not entirely correct, because it sounds a little bit greedy, because the context was different back then compared to right now. So for you, for anyone, it's an opportunity to simply, as I said, double up and increase your portfolio. Or don't do that. It's your personal right. And this is how the market works. The real estate market, for example, before 2008, the real estate cost one price in the entire world. And then the financial crisis happened and the real estate went drastically down. Things that cost 1 million after 2008 started costing $200,000, 5 times, or in some countries half the price, in some countries 3 times lower, and somewhere it even grew. It's okay, it's normal. But we're not, I repeat, the company is not public. The company is not yet in the market. But I think, don't think a person who purchased Bitcoin for $120,000 and then the Bitcoin drops to $70,000, that person will be blaming anyone. It's normal, it's market, and this is something that we should all realize and understand. I'm talking about people purchasing crypto assets or any other assets like traditional assets, Google company shares. They go up, they go down, but eventually you get an average price if you purchased shares or crypto at different stages, different periods. One of our investors wrote that Bitcoin is not a dividend asset, whereas shares of GTI are dividend paying shares. So the comparison is not entirely correct. I agree. It's different markets, different instruments, different assets. This is something we should all understand. So I hope I answered this comment of Saeed, and he was not the only one to express this opinion, but I wanted to share with you my own opinion because I understand how it works and why it happens. And let me assure you that with the launch of the Micron Global platform, there won't be such discounts anymore. And I focused on that on numerous occasions. The promotional discounts you have right now are comparable to the prices that were offered or discounts offered like 5-7 years ago. But again, this is a time limited discount, and it is intended for people who appreciate having the pre-IPO shares of GTI and know its value. So here, dear colleagues, I can tell you that if you understand it, you will purchase it. But if you don't, then, well, time will tell. Time will come, believe me. This is my personal opinion. But I wanted to reiterate, believe me, time will come when GTI pre-IPO shares become proper shares and the price of those shares will be quite decent or indecently high. And then you will remember the times when there was a promotional offer on RSW systems and people didn't buy at that price, at that discount, and then Saeed, probably you would say that it's such a pity I didn't take advantage of that offer and missed out on the opportunity to double up. It will surely happen. It's like with the launch of Unibike. Unibike was launched, then another rolling stock, then time has come when the first track was certified, then time came when the first commercial project was launched in Aquarel. A time will come where another commercial project will be launched and implemented, and then eventually the pre-IPO shares of GTI will become shares and will be traded in the market. And then, dear friends, believe me, many of us will be literally biting their elbows because because they didn't take the opportunity during the transition period and because they didn't want to double up or thought that something is off. So we need to appreciate, understand the value of the company and its potential. It's my personal opinion. You might agree with it, you might not agree with it. It's up to you. However, I thought it was reasonable to express it, and this is objectively what's happening with the discounts that are happening. It's a not treating old investors unfairly. It's a not new opportunity. And guys, if you agree with me, give me a plus in the chat. I would like to see how many like-minded people we have at this meeting. Aman is asking when we're going to receive dividends. Aman, I would ask you to watch my meetings that are placed on YouTube channel that were held several months ago, or you can go to the GTI website and you will see all the necessary information there. Okay, I see that I'm not the only one. There are lots of people sharing my same opinion. See, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 people. Well, quite a lot of people, friends. Thank you very much for sharing this opinion with me, and you understand the value of our assets that we own. I see 23 pluses. Great, friends, great. Okay, thank you very much for your feedback. I gladly take it. And in the end, let me answer some of your questions. First, there was a question from Igor. When there will be transition to Micron Global? While I will be answering this question, we have still 10, 15 minutes tops. I will answer those questions, but I have a request to you guys. Please use Google Translator to translate your questions into Russian and then copy paste it into the chat. This way we will save time, both of our time. As for the transition to the Micron Global, first, dear friends, we collected feedback from many active partners, from those who are building their partnership networks. We collected feedback regarding the marketing plan, and you saw that literally a year ago, in November, October last year, in the back office, we placed the potential marketing plan from Micron Global, the compensation plan, and then there was some request to improve it in terms of commission payout and the opportunity to make more money in commission. And a decision was made because of that to improve the marketing plan that you already saw, although it was quite generous in terms of the payouts to the depth of the structure from the smaller number of lines. So take into account your wishes, your initiatives and proposals. We are improving our marketing plan, but we need time for that. We need to test it, the updated marketing plan. We need to roll it out in the back office of Micron Global, test it technically throughout in order to avoid any possible problems with it. So we will announce the launch date a little bit later, but originally we planned to have it launched on the 1st of September, but for the reasons that I already mentioned, we'll have to push it back. I don't want to give you any exact dates because I don't want to disappoint you. I just want us to be fully ready, and I want everyone to be fully ready. Let me tell you more or less the date of the launch of the release in 2 meetings, 1 or 2 meetings. But the marketing plan that we're going to have as a final version will be very much to your liking. It will be better than the marketing plan that you were originally offered. And I think it's a big plus to you, for you, because the work on the Micron Global is intended for active partners and those investors into the string transportation technology who would like to be quite active and to actively promote the UST technology and give the opportunity to more people to become co-owners of this project, of this technology. So friends, the fact that we're delaying with the launch is explained just by good intentions from us to meet your request and to meet your needs, dear colleagues. Alexander says, our pre-IPO shares are like wine. They will get better and mature with every year and tastier. So someone says, the $1,000 package includes 3 projects: El Cohete, Transport de Hilos, and El Transport de Alta Velocidad. I don't know what it means. Probably the translation is not entirely correct. I'm sorry. Full Chandra says, I want to buy more pre-IPO shares. Good, good. It's a very good intention. You have this opportunity now. Please take advantage of it. Dear friends, this is your time to ask questions to the context that we're talking about. Then Tonka says, I have several packages for $1,000 with several installments and two packages for $2,500 with several installments. Can I combine them together? Please write a ticket to the support and your case will be considered individually. Okay? So they will consider a case and then they will be able to give you feedback. So please write to the support. The support will get in touch with me and I'm sure we will come up with a solution for you, Tonka. Do we have any other questions, colleagues? Another thing that I wanted to tell you, there were individual requests for certain packages in installments. Well, no, I'm talking about the participation in the conference online for those who are not coming. I think closer to the weekend, it's Thursday today, there will be 2 or 3 packages available for 5 months installments. $5,000 package, $10,000 package, and $25,000 package for 5 months installments. The first payment installment in August, then August, September, October, November, December. 5 months will be your payment period for those packages. So please pay attention. Those packages, not packages, those will be tickets. Sagar is asking, payments on RSW systems can be continued on Micron Global. Well, let me clarify. All the investment packages that you have on RSW systems will be finished. The payment for them will be finished on RSW systems. They will not be migrated. In other words, you won't be able to purchase new packages on RSW systems, but you will be able to finish paying what you already bought. This is very important once the transition happens. After our promotional offer is over for investors on our platform, RSW systems, after the promotional investments are offered, all the installments that have not been paid or if new packages have not been purchased, for those packages, recalculation of pre-IPO shares will happen, and that's it. Someone is asking, can we move our installments for a bigger discount? Well, you cannot jump from one package to another. You can if you had outstanding installments, not paid installments. Someone says, I just joined in. Will there be a recording of this meeting? Yes, I think it will be published tomorrow evening. Trinidad says, the $1,000 package includes 3 projects. Again, Trinidad, I don't know what it means. 3 projects. If you mean the string transportation projects, well, the string transportation technology has 3 types: passenger, cargo, and high speed. We own 100% of cargo and passenger. GTI owns, and GTI also has a 5% stake in high speed transportation. So we own 5% of the high speed. Valentina says, Maxim, I lost access to my back office. What can I do? Could you please repeat the key information about the back office? Well, it's okay, Valentina. Just write to the support or on the website itself, go to the support or go to the Telegram channel, and our personnel will help you solving the issue. What is the full form of GTI company? Well, the full structure of the company is described in the memorandum, which is on the website of GTI. So, Ruslan or other moderator, could you please share the link to the GTI website? And it's Paul Chandra. You can follow the link and you will find the memorandum there with everything described. Valentina says, today is the last day. Is today the last day for purchasing the ticket to the conference on non-rocket space exploration? No, it used to be the 21st of August. But if you're planning to be there, it was recommended to purchase the ticket until the end of today. But you still get the chance to purchase a ticket until the end of the month. The reason why you were asked to pay for the ticket earlier is to make the life and work of the organizers easier, so that would help you with the visa, transfer, and other organizational issues. Because after you purchase the ticket, in your back office, you will have like a pop-up window with the request to fill in the participant's form in the case you are coming to the event physically. When you purchase a ticket, you will have to fill in the form, and you indicate there when you're coming, with what flight, if you are flying, or other transportation, the date of your arrival and departure. The organizers want to help you out as best as they can. So the sooner you purchase and fill in the form, the better for you. Someone is asking, Mr. Slusar's software will be available on Micron Global. Admix Reality app, right? Yes, it will be the main promotion instrument for you, for your marketing efforts, and for presenting our technology on the platform. It's going to be the main tool for all of our partners. This is why Dmitry and I had the focus group, first focus group, and in the near future, there will be announced a second focus group where our partners will be able to test this tool, use it in their work, and show astounding results. And by doing it with their own example, they will demonstrate, showcase how Admix Reality makes their promotional efforts easier and boost their sales, etc. So yeah, dear colleagues, this instrument will be available on Micron Global. It will be our key tool, and it will be exclusive to our platform. Gold Jan is asking, how can I write to you in private? Well, you have my contact data in the Telegram channel. You can write to me and then I will answer you. You can write in our Telegram channel, like Max, please write me back and I will write to you. Alexander says, I'm going to be in the first top 100 investors in the RSW Systems back office, and I wish all of you to get there too. Let's speed up the implementation of the technology across the entire world and implement the high-speed transportation and all planetary system. I fully agree, Alexander. The time is very close when we will start using crowd investing to fund other targeted commercial projects, and not only, also other projects and inventions by Dr. Initsky. There are quite a lot of them, and Micron Global will be working for dozens of years implementing the creations and inventions of Dr. Unitsky. So we have a lot of work ahead of us. So there will be a special meeting from me dedicated to this topic, what kind of prospects are ahead of us, what we're going to go for, and about our ambitions for the next 5 years regarding the updated platform, Micron Global. Let me take one more question. Vyacheslav says, can we use the 3D instrument to promote the project in SWC? I still have an increased discount that I cannot move to RSW systems. Well, look, Vyacheslav, this tool is available or intended for any investor in USD. It's an instrument developed by Dmitry Zluser and the employees of UST Incorporated. So this tool is intended to promote UST technology in general, regardless of where you are a part or which platform you are a partner. Just you can go to Dmitry freely, be in our focus group, and use that augmented reality app to boost your sales, your affiliate network. It's okay if you are a partner of another platform. It's not really that critical to us because we're all, after all, promoting UST. And so if you get your hands on this tool, use it, and there will be thousands more people who will learn about the technology thanks to the Admix Reality app. Okay? Are you okay with my answer, Vyacheslav? Alexander says, you are intriguing. Yes, if we have things to intrigue you with, then we do that. Yes, we have great news ahead of us in the upcoming months. So yeah. So Vyacheslav says, yes, your answer is okay with me in capital letters. Then, friends, we can call it a day. We will see each other next Thursday on the 28th of August. We will do some bottom line for this summer, for the months as well. And you will learn about our plans for September, how we're going to move forward. Probably we will have more detailed information about some organizational things related to Micron Global. But again, let's wait and see. We have still 1 week ahead of us. And to you colleagues, I would like to wish this for you to use the end of the week, the last week of summer, in the most productive way. And by that, I mean to share the information about the unique promotional offers that we have right now. And do not forget, dear friends, that until the 31st of August, we have both promotional packages for sale and sale of tickets to the non-rocket space exploration conference, both online and offline. Let me remind you that all the people who purchase the ticket but are not coming, you will be able to attend the conference online. And let me remind you, dear friends, that in addition to the high GTI shares discounts, you also get unique bonuses which imply you owning the shares of the American company for high-speed transportation. So the offer that you have regarding the participation in the conference on non-rocket space industrialization is 100-fold beneficial. It allows you to increase your investment portfolio, GTI, and also become one of the first shareholders of the American company. More information about it will come later, about the technicality of it. But for now, you will get those options, bonuses. So use that chance. It won't be repeated again. And I would like to thank Dr. Nitsky for being so generous with offering those packages during this period of time. So the end of the summer is a period of opportunities, and it's passing by very quickly. We just recently launched the sale of the tickets, and now it's almost the end of the August. So you have still 10 days left, and it will fly by. So don't miss it out on it, and use the opportunity that will never be repeated again. Friends, have a nice rest of the evening, and see you in 1 week. Bye-bye.